Say hey everyone, welcome into another edition of Say Hey Plays. My name is Jose Bouquett. Alongside me is my guy Dabby Cab. Cab, how are you doing?
Well, pretty good, man. It's Friday. It's like the fucking weekend, and we've got
Friday night.
yeah. I was about to say it's the weekend. We've got sports, so good, man. Good. Yourself?
I'm doing all right. Can't complain. Uh, I will say this disclaimer off the top for those watching. Of course, game four of the NBA Finals is tonight. Last time there was an NBA Finals game, and I am a Celtics fan, and of course I'm not a rabid Celtics fan right now. I'm cool, calm, collected. But I will say this: last time a Finals game was on, I went 0-6 on that card. So just a little disclaimer there. But we're still rolling.
How are you connecting those two things?
Mental energy. That is how I connect them. Also, handwritten notes. So I feel really official today, Cab. I feel like I'm ready.
I mean, it looks a little professional, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, if you saw with the paper this was on, you would laugh because it's like journal paper and it has to like work hard, get your dreams on it, and it's
there you go, a little motivation.
Yeah, you need it. Apparently, I need it more than anyone here, Cab. And you know
go with
that.
Your hang in there kitten poster that you got on the wall in your bedroom.
Of course, I would love that poster. And then it's right beside my poster that just has a mountain. Actually, no, it's just a jet because of Top Gun, and it just says persevere.
Man, I need to see that new Top Gun movie, but that's not a topic for right now.
It is good. It's not that great, but it is good. And I think
good. You're the first person who said that. Everyone says it's so good. I'm worried it's gonna suck when I go see it.
Well, I think it's also a case because I'm not an American. I think that has something to do with it there. So that might have something to do with it there. All right, we'll talk about Top Gun later, Cad. We'll talk about Top Gun later.
Okay,
now's not the time. We're gonna talk about baseball here real quick. Recap: 196, 195, up 5.28. Units, so good time there. Cannot complain. Have had higher marks, but we move on and we persevere. A 2-2 yesterday, so we don't complain. We're just moving on, and we go to today. And officially, Cab, a beautiful number here. We're almost there. We've almost gotten a 2-2 sweet numbers. Two so sweet numbers. But let's get on to Say Hey Plays 65. Say Hey Plays 65 here underway. Starting to think about 100. Starting to think about 100 a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
Starting to get to a little bit of a touching distance. So I'm excited about that.
65 more and you'll be at 130.
65 more, and I think we'll be almost to the end of the regular season. So
yeah, there you go.
Can't wait. It cannot wait. As long as we get to the All-Star break plus units, that's my major goal right now. All-Star.
What do you mean if? We're gonna do it, man. We're gonna do it. There's no if. Fuck that if.
You're right. Cab is Mr. Positivity, and I am Mr. Negativity. So this is why we mesh so well.
There you go.
Gibson Gallon here. Cabby, and I've got, like I said, I've got 3 plays on the card here,
and this is one of them, an under. I'm gonna guess.
Well, this is not one of them, but this is definitely one that I wrote down, and I did not move on officially, and I wanted to talk out with you first, obviously. I mean, the first 5 under it's just screaming at you. These 2 pitchers are great. Gibson, who I've heard major league pitchers say that Gibson has the best slider in baseball right now. I was like, wow, that's high praise for Kyle Gibson. You don't hear that often.
Yeah.
Exactly. You don't hear it. It's Kyle Gibson. You don't think like, oh, this guy's got like great stuff, but no, it's a pretty widely said thing, and I find it pretty shocking. But Gibson's last 2 appearances versus the Angels, I should say, at home, 3 1/3, 6 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 Ks, and 2 walks. Before that, versus the Giants at home, 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 Ks, a home run there, and a walk. And I do think this is interesting, Cab. Those last 2 starts were at home. He struggled a little bit there. We struggled, obviously, last time. But he's away. He's got a 5.7 ERA in 23 innings pitched. And at home, he's got a 3.48. So I think he's going to bounce back here. I think he's going to pitch well. Diamondbacks, 12th, 110 weighted runs created plus against righties during the Jose split. So they've been hitting the ball pretty well. Gallon, another pitcher that we have all, kind of fallen in love with, I guess. Backed him plenty times this year. But his last 2 appearances, he's given up 2 earned runs, 6 innings and 5 innings, respectively, 5 2/3, I guess. So basically 6 innings both times, 2 earned runs, both acceptable. But sometimes with the Diamondbacks, you have to really just squeak out like a 1-0 or something like that because their
Yeah.
offense has not to come out to play, and the Phillies' offense banging as of late. During the Jose split, they're 16th, 99 weighted runs created plus. But if you cut that down, they'll be much higher. Winning streak right now. Joe Girardi, see you later. I first 5 under would be my play here. I wrote it down as a first 5 under,
I don't.
4.5 at -125, but I didn't play it. I want to talk it out.
Yeah, so I don't hate that look. I did make a play on this game. I took more juice than what I usually like. I took the Diamondbacks in the first 5 plus a half a run at -128. I also think that the first 5 under is not bad right here. Here's what I'm thinking, man. Like, I think the Diamondbacks can get a couple runs off Gibson. Do I think they're going to bombard him and he's going to have a blow up start? No, I don't think that's going to happen. I think he probably has a good start, but I think they can get a couple runs off of him. And if you give me a couple runs plus a half a run, you're already starting me off with that half a run. Man, it's just too hard for me to pass with Gallen on the mound. I mean, like you said, those last 2 starts where he gave up the 2 earned runs, which is what I'm saying. If we get 2, I think we'd be good. The start before that, he gave up 6. He blew up there, didn't do good, but it's still Gallen. I think he's the better pitcher here out of the 2. Philly's been hot, and I wouldn't even want to go against them full game right here. But like I said, getting a half a run in the first 5. If the D-backs can scratch a couple runs off, I think that cashes. So I'm on that.
I will say this. Puzzler raises a good point. As always, shout out to you, Puzzler, for joining us. I don't think anyone did mention this. Philly in a 7-game winning streak, changing cities now, going.
They've been on fire.
I don't know if them going back home kind of negates it, Puzzler, there. But they were at Milwaukee, and then they're going back to Philadelphia here. I mean, honestly, just you saying that, Puzzler, makes me want to take the Diamondbacks. But I think I'm officially going to move on the first 5 under here. I am moving into the danger zone. This could be. I'm one sleepwalking play day away from going negative, and that's me being negative again, Cab. I'm very sorry.
So let me ask you this before you move on it officially, and I'm not trying to get you to go on the same play as me because you fuck that up every time, anyways. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Justin Verlander, and shout out to you, Darvish, who I explicitly cannot bet. I mean, he's been a cash cow, and I just can't bet him. Shout out to my
He's guy. Only not cashed once, and that was when you bet him.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? Yeah. There you go. No more.
Anyways, and that in the first 5. Anyways, but if you like the under, don't you like the half a run that you're getting in the first 5?
I mean, the issue is, it's just I don't. It's a 4.5 at -125, and that number is going to be popping out a lot this year, unfortunately, or a lot this show, unfortunately. But my main concern would be just the Phillies offense just being that good right now.
Yeah,
I'm actually going to cut the splits real quick and see how well they would be doing just in this month, for example. So we got
that was my main concern with this. If it was almost anybody else, I would have slammed it and screamed it. But Philly's offense, holy shit! But I'm a believer in Gallen, man, and I don't care how good an offense is. A good pitcher can always shut it down.
I will say that, and since
not saying he will, I'm just saying that they can.
Beginning of this month to today, 167 weighted runs created plus against righties. That would be second in the league with this Philadelphia Phillies.
Shit.
So I'm going to stay off. I'm going to stay off officially. I'm not going to move on it. But that just kind of indicates what kind of day we've got here. I've got juiced unders that I'm looking at, and I just have some hesitations on them. And I feel like I've lost a lot of juiced unders this year. So I'll move on. Just a very interesting game in the whole here. I will have an eye.
Now you get to root for me. Arizona Diamondbacks, half a run, first 5. Let's fucking go.
Plus a half?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. So, plus a half. I don't hate that at all there. Hopefully for a 0-0. I'm hoping for a 0-0 for your case.
0-0, 1-1, 2-2. I don't care. Just get it.
Cubs, Yankees here. Unfortunately, I can't back the Cubs here. I'd love to. The Swamp Monster, Wade Miley on the bump here, coming off of an IL stint with a shoulder injury. I want nothing to do with it. His first start of the year was him off of an IL. I think it was also a shoulder injury or it was an elbow. I don't remember, and it was his arm. And he pitched poorly. And I could see the same thing happening here. I could see him giving up runs. This total moved from 8.5 to 9 from this morning. Severino has pitched well. Unfortunately for me, I like all the Hispanic, Dominican, those kind of guys. My guy Nestor, obviously, Cortez, we count him. The mustache, Luis Severino, Dominican King. I'm unfortunately like these guys. So 4-1 with a 2.95 ERA for Sevy this year. 7 innings, 1 hit ball, 10 Ks, no earned runs, a walk versus the Detroit Tigers. I believe I was on the Tigers that day. Shout out to me. And at the Tampa Bay Rays, 6 1/3, 2 hits, 4 earned runs, 8 Ks, 2 walks, 2 home runs there. I mean, I confidently can say I would not want any part of this game. The Cubs being a 9th against righties, 116 weighted runs created plus, while the Yankees are 15th against lefties, 104. Maybe you get a little action there. I believe you think the Cubs can pull this game out, but home game in that shit box, it's over or nothing for me.
Yeah, I agree. Over or nothing. You don't know what you don't know what's coming from. We don't know what Miley's going to do, man. His last 2 outings, six innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, and then 7 innings, 1 hit, no runs. But I'm still I'm still not sold on that. Before that, 3 innings. I don't know what he's going to do.
Get going. I think he needs to start to get his shit together, get it under the belt, I guess, whatever you want to call it. But just kind of get the feel of the ball back,
Yeah, we don't know yet, and it's just like with Strasburg yesterday. For anybody who saw his first start, he gave up a lot of runs, and anybody who sees the box score is probably thinking, oh, he sucks still. No, man, his stuff looked really fucking good. He'll be fine. I promise.
He was throwing hard again. I was like, ooh, he's getting 90, 94. I was like, all right.
Yeah, his off speed, man, it had that same movement that it's had in the past. He'll be fine. But that was the first. You don't take people early on. We don't know what we're gonna get yet.
I mean, he'll be the first. Well, I'm not gonna say the first. He'll be the best pitcher to come back from thoracic outlet syndrome, and all the other guys on that list, are just washed up after that. So that was my big concern for Strauss, but I will want to see that. Manbear Pig is in the chat, and of course he's the Nats Whisperer. Let us know about what you thought about Strasburg. You said he has good stuff. Anything else? Do you think he'll be bet on throughout the year, or is it too early to say? Let us know what you think, Manbear Pig. While we do that, let's move on to those Nationals right now. Brewers Nationals, Fedde versus Ashby. I really like my guy Aaron Ashby, and I've said that plenty of times on this program. I've backed him. Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it hurts for sure. That 1-4 record is not a mistake. 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs off a home run, 9 Ks, no walk versus the Padres. And at the Cubs, 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run there, a home run, 12 Ks, 2 walks. He's got strikeout shit. It's him and Spencer Strider that I kind of have a big crush on. And I think it's just because they've got swing and miss. They've got strikeout stuff. But boy, can they get touched, and boy, can they walk people.
That's my big thing, bro, is I can't stand the walks.
Well, you know me. I'm not scared of that.
It's the worst thing in baseball. I don't know what you mean you're not scared of it.
Yeah, it's not fun to watch. I will wholly admit that. There's nothing worse, by the way, as a baseball fan, is having a closer you don't believe in and he starts walking people. That's the most helpless feeling in all of sports right there. I'll tell you that right now.
Or if you have a starter that you just know is about to fucking blow up and they walk 1 or 2 people and the coach just leaves them in there just waiting for that double. We're just hanging out here waiting for this double that we all know is about to fucking come.
Shout out to Dallas Keuchel, who has a new home in the desert now. So very exciting things there. Maybe he gets together with Brent Strom a little bit, but very excited to see if he starts some games. Eric Fedde, I thought Eric Fedde turned a quarter. I'm going to be honest. I thought he kind of figured his shit out, and that was before his at the Mets 1 1/3, 1 inning, 8 hits, 6 earned run debacle there. And I said that going into that start, I think Eric Fedde is going to be a good pitcher, but I think he's going to get crushed today. And I hope that his next start after that would be the start where he pitches well again, and he didn't. At Cincinnati, 4 2/3, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, a K and 2 walks. I was like, ugh. Is that the Reds' offense being good right now? Is that Fetty being bad?
That's back to
So
back really bad games, man. Those aren't just. I mean, every pitcher's allowed to have one of those, but having them back to back, that come on, that's
yeah.
bad.
So I ultimately had to stay off this game too. I think this was a first five under game as well for me. Let me double check. Yeah, this was another game I circled the first five under. Honestly, first five under 4.5 at minus 125 again. But I couldn't get there. I couldn't pull the trigger. Both these guys are liable to blow up. The Brewers offense drives me insane. 17th against righties, 96 weighted runs created plus. The Nationals 101 weighted runs created plus against lefties. That's 19th. So I want nothing to do with this game, honestly. It's just kind of this is like your quintessential like Midwest or whatever baseball game, even though technically it's on the East Coast. It's just like a slop jalop game right now. This is the baseball that people tell you that this is super boring.
Yeah, no, yeah, fuck this game. I don't got anything on it either. Real Deal and Ron are both agreeing that when they bet the Brewers, they lose. Well, if misery loves company, going with or against them, I did finally win the last time, but I haven't gone at it since. I've gone 1 in like 8 with or against the Brewers this year. So fuck that team.
I feel the exact same way. I
hate that team. They win every single. They look so good every time. I don't even pay attention to them. And then if I like them, like, oh, okay, like these numbers line up. It makes sense. I'm not betting them for any reason other than it makes. And they get shit on. Like, fuck that baseball team.
Fuck them. That fan on the over 4.5 and the first 5 there. I don't. Again, this is a fucking muddled game. So let's move on. A's. Guardians here. Paul Blackburn, Tristan McKenzie, 2 pitch. Well, I should say I like Tristan McKenzie, and Paul Blackburn's been the most profitable pitcher in baseball, arguably this year. Well, not arguably. There's stats that back that up. But so I guess I technically like him. So 2 pitchers I do like here. I was thinking another first 5 under here, but midnight might have struck for Paul Blackburn here.
Okay, thank you. I'm so tired, man. Like, come on. Like, how long is this shit gonna last for him, man? Like, let's be honest. His stuff is not. It's not top tier. Like, he's done great. You can't. The numbers don't lie. His numbers are what they are. But like, go ahead and dig into those numbers outside of this season. Like, he didn't get like that much better. Like, all of a sudden, like, there's just no fucking way. His stuff is not. It's not there. It's not there for that.
I think it's very interesting, obviously. His last 2 starts, the Red Sox at home, 4 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 Ks, 2 walks. A very good hitting Red Sox team right now as well. Very hot. The Astros at home, I guess you can't say they're a good hitting team because they're the kings of unders right now.
Yeah, they're not good hitting team. They can hit home runs. That's about it.
Well, they did it against Paul here. 6 2/3, 5 hits, 4 runs on 2 home runs, 5 Ks. No walks. 25th are the A's, 85 weighted runs created plus against righties. And Tristan McKenzie, I like him, but he walks people, like you say, Cap. Last time out, 7 innings, 3 hits, 5 earned runs on 3 home runs, 4 Ks, and 3 walks.
It's his slider.
And he's very good. I think he can be a future Cy Young candidate for sure. Maybe he has to get out of Cleveland to do it for narrative's sake or whatever you want to call it. But
he either needs to start throwing a 12-6 or like get that slider down when he throws it. Those home runs that he gave up were all 3 on the slider. All 3 of them were on the same pitch, and they just they didn't do anything. He threw them right over the fucking middle. And it's like outside of that, he looked amazing. And it was frustrating too because you could tell that, like, by the way the catcher was calling those pitches and like overthrowing that slider, in my opinion, last start. Like you could kind of just feel it coming, and then like the next hitter right after the 2 walks and the 3-run homer, like a couple fastballs pop up, fastball, ground ball. Like I don't know why his slider is by far his worst pitch. If he can perfect that, yeah, man, he's got that type of stuff.
By the way, a little breaking news. Royce Lewis torn an ACL, out for the year. Shortstop's top prospect for the Twins there. So sad news there. Another AL Rookie of the Year candidate down, though. So Joe Ryan, Jeremy Pena, and Bobby Witt. One of the three. It's funny. It's funny that I have futures on all 3. Well, again, I have futures on Bobby Witt and Jeremy Pena. And I gave Jimmy, I told Jimmy to bet Joe Ryan. So I have all 3 of those guys, and I'm like, is this weird to have just 3 bets on AL Rookie of the Year? What the fuck? But yeah, those are just the random things that I think about on my day-to-day basis. And I also think about the Toronto Blue Jays quite often. And Elvin Rodriguez here. Obviously, if you're a baseball fan, you probably know who John Boy is, John Boy Media. They did a lovely breakdown on Elvin tipping his pitches. It was actually quite funny. You know, as a head turn thing. You know, I think it was if he went set to home and then he looked at third for an extended period of time. It was off speed, and if he didn't look at third and he just went straight home, it was fastball, which is hilarious.
There's people who do that shit, man, or they'll like look down at the ground. Like that's why, like I don't know. I would always grab my fucking slider, and then as I was like going through my motion, that's when I'd switch to my fastball.
Well, you're much better at pitching, obviously, than me, but I fucked around in my last years of pitching with a splitter because I always heard Kurt Schilling and people say that's like the easiest pitch to throw, blah 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 blah.
No, it's not.
And literally the biggest tell I ever like just anyone ever had whenever someone called a splitter, I just fumbling in my glove for fucking 3 minutes trying to just dig my fingers in the ball.
So what you should have done is grabbed your splitter every time, and then that way like you're always fumbling, and then whenever it's not a splitter, that's when you just lightly switch over to whatever other pitch you want to throw.
That's why your children should be coached by Dabby Cab right there. Sign up for Dabby Cab Academy today. Jose Barrios, who, again, a fellow Jose, so I respect him, but I just cannot back him with my rubles. His last appearance was against the Minnesota Twins, his former ball club. Don't think I made a mention of that last time out. 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, a home run, 13 Ks, 2 walks. So a little motivation there for Jose. Got through there, dominated, especially coming off a shit start at the Angels. 2 1/3, 6 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 home runs, a K and a walk. I mean, honestly, I think the best like scenario or spot to bet on Barrios is he struggled the next time, his last start. Bet him to bounce back because I remember him clearly doing that a couple times this year after having shit starts. And the Blue Jays have finally taken their rightful place as the number 1 offense right now during the Jose split against righties. 131 weighted runs created plus a 5-cent move to the Blue Jays here. I've got nothing here. Elvin, I hope you figured out how to not tip your pitches. But because everyone and their moms are going to be watching you with a hawk eye now. And they're like, is he tipping here? Is he tipping here? So good luck there, Elvin.
Man, I'm not on this one, man. If I was going to play it, and first off, I'm not ever going to play a Tigers over, but like the over doesn't necessarily seem like a bad play.
Team total?
Fuck no, like the whole game, whole game.
I was like, damn,
okay. No, hell no, not the Tigers alone. No. But I'm not playing anything on this, man. I'm not playing anything on this. I wouldn't hate the over, but I'm not taking a over with the Tigers, so it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. It'd be a lot of blue. You're hoping for a lot of Blue Jays on that over. So, shout out to James S. watching DAF fan over 19 in this game. Over is he saying? People all over the world join the hands and start a love train over in the Jays. So there you go. Over in Jays games for DAF, and I love it. Let's all join hands and just start betting overs blindly. That sounds like
their team total over has hit how many games out of the last how many? Like,
hey, hot take. Blue Jays good at offense. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Officially done with my first page of notes.
Yeah.
There we go. I like I can be able to do that now. Pittsburgh Pirates and the Atlanta Braves here, and we get to my second official play here, and of course I couldn't resist. I like Spencer Strider a lot. I took the first 5 under here as well. Here, let me double check on the odds. It was first 5 under 4.5 at -125. Again, so you'll hear that number a lot today, unfortunately. I don't like all the juice that I'm eating here, obviously. Maybe you take an alternate one at 4 or whatever. But I like Strider a lot. He's got great strikeout stuff. He walks a shitload of people, as we all know. 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 5 Ks, 5 walks at Colorado last time out, and at Arizona, which was his first start, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. Had appearances out of the bullpen throughout the year before then. 4 and 2/3, or 4 1/3, excuse me, 4 hits, 5 run, 3 of them earned, and a home run there. 7 Ks, 2 walks. Total dropped a half run in this game. It was 8.5 earlier, so if you got the full game under 8.5, congratulations. I like that bet. But I decided, just for, I guess, my mental sake, I wanted to focus on both these pitchers. And I took the first 5 under 4.5 here. And like I said, I feel like I've lost a shitload of these first 5 under 4.5s at minus 125 exactly. I've lost a lot of them this year in like the 4th or 5th inning. And I forgot 2 of them. So I'm going to ride it again. The very last one I can think of, by the way, was the Oakland one with the Jared Koenig or whatever it was. It was a no-name starter for the A's. And, of course, the other teams blew up in the 5th inning. I think it was the Braves, actually. So that's probably why that memory just recycled in my head. So first 5 under here from me, Cap. What about you?
Man, I wish I could like disagree with you so I could just like put some doubt in your mind on top of what you just said, instead of being like supportive. But I'm not gonna lie, man. The first 500 doesn't seem like a bad play here, man. Contreras on the other side.
It really just seems too easy.
That's my problem, and I know that's stupid. That's a stupid problem to have, right? That's what I was telling you backstage, though. My problem with this whole fucking card is that too many of the games seem too easy to just take the under, and I don't like that, man. Like, it's Friday. Like, fuck, people are gonna score some runs. I can tell. Like, I hate the way that it feels like about these unders today. I don't know why. Like, everything's capping to an easy under, and then it's like, hey, you're right. You got to the right place. Now here's your juice at minus 125. Have fun.
and then it's like, oh wait, you got the 4.5. Well, here comes the 5th run in the 5th inning. Solo shot, and you're done. It's so annoying. It's been the last couple of days. It's felt like that, but I'm riding with the first 5 under here. Roansy Contreras, he's looked pretty good. 5 2/3, 4 hits, an unearned run, I should say. 8 Ks, 2 walks versus the Diamondbacks, and then at the Padres, 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, a home run, 3 Ks, 1 walk. I guess the point that helps buoy my under here, obviously, is both these teams are struggling against righties. 24th, 89 weighted runs created plus are the Atlanta Braves against righties during the Jose split. And, of course, Pittsburgh Pirates, 29th, 78 weighted runs created plus. So, Spencer, don't fucking walk, people. And Roansy,
I wouldn't think his strikeout prop would be too fucking bad. This game had too much juice for me, man. I didn't break down much on it. Like I told you, I backwooded a lot of these games just because it's, I think the under first 5 is the only way that I could look, but I'm not playing it. Not with that juice, man. And Strider's strikeout prop, maybe that's a good way to look.
Let's see here. I'm trying to find the strikeout prop right now on Bovada. You can get over 6.5 strikeouts at plus 110 there. So
I was really hoping you were going to say 5.5.
Well, I mean, 6.5 ain't bad.
No, it's not bad. No, I think he can get 6.5. I just really thought he'd get 6. So that's
it's funny. I mean, last time out he had 5. The first start he had 7. So makes sense. It makes sense how those books and numbers work, huh?
I hate it whenever it's like, oh yeah, here's the exact fucking number that you're thinking. Have fun with it. Plus a hook.
Yeah, of course, and juice. Well, and it's plus 110. So I was thinking of my under actually, but yeah, no,
I don't hate that strikeout prop.
I agree. Shout out to Sharpie, who does the Prize Pick shows every day, just like me. It goes on at 2:10 my time, I believe, so 3:10 Eastern.
Did he say anything about this one?
I do not know. Personally, I was too busy preparing for this show, unfortunately. Same. So I can never truly watch the show. And I also don't watch just so we don't overlap on many plays. Like, I don't want to be accused of stealing his plays. That's always a thing.
I can't ever tell you what anybody else is on.
Yeah, so I shout out to Sharpie, but he does the Prize Pick show every day. He does a great job on props. If you're looking for more props action, go to his show. You can watch the replay and go to Prize Picks. The app is lovely. I downloaded it the other day. I signed up using promo code PUBSports. It's great. You'll deposit match too. So Prize Picks, it's a good time. And if you're smart like Preston Ekdahl, there's a lot of times where you can get like a minus 500 on the like real sports books. And you can mark that down as like a play or whatever, and you can get credit for it and all that stuff. It's a good time. Real money, too.
Why do you say his full name?
Preston Ekdahl?
Yes. What the heck?
That's just his name. Sorry, I love Preston. Love Preston.
Pick one or the other, Preston or Eknall, one or the other.
He's a crazy man. I love that. Preston. Actually, I think skipped one over because I was about to just skip over the Baltimore Orioles and Kansas City Royals game here because I'm so excited to talk about the next game. Bruce Zimmerman, John Heasley. I've got nothing on this game. The Bruce Zimmerman show has ended. He's faced the Yankees like 67 times this year. Has struggled at the end of all those starts, I guess, or has started to struggle after seeing him so much. Um, Zimmerman last time out versus the Guardians, 5 2/3, 10 hits, 5 earned runs, a K, no walks. At the Red Sox, 4 innings, 8 hits, 6 earned runs off 5 home runs there, 2 Ks, 1 walk. Maybe that'll be the antidote these Royals need because they kind of struggle against lefties. 23rd, 92 weighted runs created plus. So I nothing here. I guess I'd back Heasley if I had to pick a side who has seemingly started to pitch a little better, but I don't buy it. So pass here for me.
Yeah, I'm off this, man. I'm off completely. I don't want to waste anybody's time. I got nothing with this. This game sucks.
That's beautiful. And I will say this: Leroy Flood is putting in as a pitching change in Texas White Sox. I was looking for the odds for that earlier, and it was off the board. And I was like, why is this off?
That makes sense now. Yeah.
So yeah, Leroy, put the pictures in there if you could, because the graphic is for sure wrong. I'll tell you guys that right now. Let's move on to easily my favorite game of the day, and I don't have any money on this game yet.
Oh, boo!
Hold on, let me double check. I do. I had the first 5 under 4. I lied.
Okay.
But this is my favorite game of the day, easily, wholeheartedly, and only I think because these are 2 Venezuelan aces on the mound here, and if you know me, I think it is I would say the most important sporting event for me is the Baseball World Classic. It is no doubt about it, the Baseball World Classic. And now that people are starting to take it more seriously, it's becoming more exciting for me. And these 2 guys are going to be the number 1 and 2, hopefully, for Team Venezuela in the Baseball World Classic. And I've seen yesterday and today, I saw people already throwing around the Dominican Republic's lineup for the Baseball World Classic. And you fucking hype them up because they're the only team that can beat Venezuela. It's the only 2 teams that have beaten Venezuela in baseball, in Olympic baseball, is the United States and the Dominican Republic. And I'm out for blood. I'm out for blood for both of them. I love both these pitchers. I think they both pitch well. Luis Garcia, I love backing him at home. Pablo Lopez has seemingly shook off his home road split disaster, debacle, whatever you want to call it. He can pitch well on the road now. Plain and simple, I like the under. So there you go. Kat, what about you?
Another game that pretty easily leads you to the under. Today's card is a lot of games that look very easily to take an under. Like I'm not saying it's a bad play. It's what makes fucking sense, man. I get it. And the Astros, damn, they hit the under like all the time. They're the most
Kings of the under right now.
Yeah, they're the most Jekyll and Hyde offense. Like, man, like you said, I kind of almost played this, bro. That's why I'm sitting here like stuttering on it. Like I almost played this under. I looked at that first 5 for a long time, and I think can't you get 4 on the first 5?
Yeah, I've got 4 at -120. That's
so like if you're gonna take it, you might as well go for. You're getting more value on that first 5 than you are necessarily in the full game at the 7.5, especially because
Miami's bullpen's kind of a disaster. I was going to take the full game, and you look at the Miami's bullpen, and they just got a 5+ ERA during the Jose split, and I was like, oh, okay, kind of off that. And this total has dropped down a half run too, so it was 8 earlier today, and it's gone down.
I mean, yeah, you got a pitcher on one side with the .97 whip and another one with the 1.16 whip. I mean, hitters are hitting 196 off Lopez and 199 on Garcia. I might have just said his whip wrong. My bad. That's not his whip.
I would say the main point for people not wanting to, or I guess the main argument against the under is that the Miami Marlins are second against righties, 130 weighted runs created plus, and the Houston Astros right now are 13th, 109, so a little above average. But
Marlins looked good yesterday against Strasburg too. I know I said Strasburg looked good, but so did they.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I like this Marlins squad. I really do. I really do. And I hope I can visit my my sister soon and catch a game in Marlins Park because
Look, man, I think the key is here that you got a 4 and not a 3.5. Like,
yeah, and I'm gonna say this now, and it's gonna blow up on my face later, I'm sure. But I was like, this is for sure gonna be a 3.5. And when I saw a 4, I was like, okay, well, I'm betting that.
you got it. You have to bet it. If you're looking at something and you've already capped it, and you,
right?
Yeah,
It just seems too easy.
It does. I mean, like I keep saying, the 4. I mean, you got a 4, bro. If it was a 3.5, I mean,
yeah, if it was a 3.5, I would sit there and just like sit and think and think and think and be like, okay, I guess
I could see it being like 3-1 at the end of 5. Also, like 2-1.
Jake Burns, by the way, saying Marlins first 5 is a steal, and Marlins going to hit Garcia. I mean, again, second best against righties.
You're getting plus money with Lopez on the mound. How is somebody going to tell Jake Burns otherwise that's a bad idea?
I mean, that's a great bet. I can't. Yeah, I think. And Zach Gallen at plus money earlier. I think someone said that, and I remember there was a.
And I'm on that.
Yeah, I remember there was a specific reason why I wasn't on it, but I can't think of it off my top of my head. But like, those pitchers are, were much more worthy for the plus money. So you're not going to see that very much often. By the way, the MLB July 4th caps just released or just leaked, and they look hideous. So look forward to that on Memorial Day or whatever, Independence Day. Let's move on to another game that I'm very fascinated on, and I am on officially here, Cab. Officially here. Let's see here.
What'd you do on this one? I'm interested. First 5 under?
Here. No, I did look at it, though. That would be funny if I wasn't the first 5 under here. This is a Minnesota Twins spot. I think everyone is on the Twins.
Shit, I like that too.
I'm on the Twins first 5 money line minus 120 for me here. I was thinking about a Twins team total spot as well, but Drew Rasmussen road ERA 5.14 on the road, and he's got a home ERA of a 1.65. So I think that's very, very convincing. Obviously, it's funny. You can look at his last 2 starts, and it kind of tells a perfect picture. 7 innings, 3 hits, no run runs, 2 Ks, 1 walk versus the Chicago White Sox at home. At the lowly Texas Rangers, 3 innings, 5 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 Ks, 3 walks, 2 home runs there. 13th are the Tampa Bay Rays against lefties as well, 106 weighted runs created plus. So I'm like, okay, all right, they're not hitting them that much. That's fine. Smeltzer 2-0 with a 1.93. People are starting to get on the hype train a little bit more. I'm like, okay, all right. Smeltzer, this is your previous start to me here. I'm putting my money back on you. He pitched well at Toronto. I mean, actually, I would say Jimmy said he pitched a little worse than his numbers indicated. He got in and out of trouble. 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 home runs, a K, 2 walks there. But, against the best offense in baseball, arguably right now, I think that's a pretty good start for me. Getting your way out of all that trouble. 6 2/3, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 Ks, no walks. Total went up a half run as well. Was at an 8.5 and a 9 now. So I'll take the Twins here. 4th against righties is my last point. 129 weighted runs created plus. Twins here. Hopefully we got Correa and Buxton in. Let me double check the RotoWire, see if we have confirmed lineups. But Cap, take it away. What do you have on this one?
Nothing on this again. Like I said, I had 3 plays. If I added anything, though, it would be the Twins money line first 5. But I'm not adding. I told you I'm not. I think Smeltzer has a good start here. The Rays, they're not a good hitting team. Like, they win games. I'm not saying they're not a good team, but they're not a good hitting team. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
they're just not, man. And I think he has a good start here. Like you said, he does a really good job of missing bats. If he doesn't walk people, he's going to be fine.
And by the way, confirmed lineup, we do have Luis Arraez, Buxton, Correa, Kepler, Polanco, Trevor Larnach, Gary Sanchez, Gio Urshela, and Nick Gordon. So, and my last, I guess, point here, wind kind of blowing out as well. Let's double check here. We are in target field, 8-mile-per-hour wind out to right center, deepest part of the ballpark. Ballpark Pal not saying that the weather will affect offense too much. It's basically negligible percentages, points to the over or to the extra base hits, runs, and home run. But yeah, I think the Twins win today, and it'll be interesting to see how Drew does on the road for sure.
Yeah, that's where would be with the Twins, but I'm not adding. I'm sticking with my 3 plays. And 2 of them are going to be at the end because they're the later games, so we're good.
By the way, Michael Orbelina is saying that you look so faded right now, Cab, and he's so jealous that you are. He's at work.
Yeah, bro. Whenever I can open my eyes, something's wrong. So as long as my eyes can't open, we're good.
That's funny. Because we'll talk about this game, and I feel like I can't see this game with my eyes open right now because we've got a pitching change apparently, and I should have started the comment with the pitching change. Glenn Otto no longer on the bump, according to Leroy Flood. Here we've got a Matt Bush. Is that a Reynaldo Lopez for the White Sox here?
I mean, so I can't. I can tell you one thing. Bush. I mean, when he starts, I don't. He was good out of the pen, years ago. But I wouldn't. I would only look like first five over here, and I don't know the pit. Like I don't know Lopez, so I didn't cap this.
Yeah, is the late pitching change gonna make me stay off this game as well? I guess we'll just move on from it in general. I looked at Bovada to try to see if there's a line out, and there's not. So nothing for me here. Would have been a first five money line with Glenn Otto, perhaps. I thought about it, and that just kept me off of it. So that is perfectly fine for me. Next game, to make things go a little quicker here, we've got Luis Castillo and Andre Palante, formerly of the Trashers, Andre Palante, as everyone knows. Luis Castillo struggled last time out versus the Nationals, and it seems like everyone's like, all right, he's finally had his first bad start. Now it's time to fade. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna watch the start again, and I think he does have a little bit of bounce back spot here. I hope the Reds realize that he's good. I don't know. I just hope that they realize he's good enough, but he's not going to be in their future plans. So they just ship him out and just be done with him. And shout out to DX Filer watching the show. He added Twins first five. So let's go DX Filer. Hope it wins for us. I like Castillo. I would like to back him in most instances, but the Cardinals are a good squad. I think they're a playoff team. 10th, 115 weighted runs created plus. Palante seems like he'll be a good pitcher. His one start at the Cubs, 4 innings, 4 hits, an earned run, 2 Ks, 4 walks. I think if anything, I'm playing an over here, but nothing for here for me.
I think the over is the only way I'd look. I mean, maybe even Reds. I know that sounds crazy, but I think the Cardinals are still going to be a little bit off balance at the plate from what the fucking Rays just did to them. The Rays did them dirty, man. The Rays pitchers.
That's what they do, man. I try to tell people, if you're not a fan of the AL East and you come into the Trop, they're going to fucking do that to you. They're going to throw a shitload of different pitchers at you. The Trop's going to be a weird place to play. There's not going to be anyone at the games, and you're going to lose 4, 3, whatever, how many games you're playing there. You're going to lose 1-run games there. So
I know I'm speaking crazy stuff right now, and I'm not betting the Reds, and I'm not trying to talk anybody off their bets because, I mean, the Cardinals, I get it, but, like, don't be surprised if they're still off balance today because I'm telling you right now, their fucking heads were spinning against the Rays the last few games.
Yeah, that's called being raised. Yeah, you just get raised like that. So, interesting game. Nothing for me here, Cab. Nothing for you as well, exactly?
Yeah, no, nothing.
All right. Well, let's move on because you're not adding any plays. You've got 3 plays. You're holding.
Won't do it. I got one on this game.
Oh, exciting to hear about it then, Cab. Because this is a very interesting game to say the least. And guess what? Another sheet done.
Yeah, there we go.
Throwing it away. We're feeling good about ourselves now. Miguel back in our lives and not a moment too soon. I don't know what to expect from him today, if we're going to be honest. I very much like him, and I need to see them do their thing. I get money joining us. I do not know what Ragu is on about the Yankees and the Reds missing their best hitter. I do not think that Joey Votto is out today. Let me double check that for you. Nope, Joey Votto is in, so you're good there. I get money. But Miguel is going to go about 70 to 75 pitches today, according to the New York Post. So take that with what you will. Trevor Williams is kind of his like backup / piggyback if they need him. I think if it was wise, if Buck Showalter was wise, he'd let Miguel go his 70, 75 pitches, however that may be, and then bring in Williams to hopefully save your bullpen some. Maybe you can get to the 9th with just those 2 pitchers, and then from there, who knows? But I do think that Miguel will be an interesting watch tonight. And Jonathan Diaz, we've talked about him earlier today on Betting with the Bag. So if you missed that, go watch it. Young Venezuelan lefty, born in 96 as well. Like I said, he could have been me, Cap. Could have been me. 97 birthday here, so it could have been me. He's also a little doughy and pasty, just like me, too. So it's kind of funny. Ultimately, nothing here. I think, Jonathan, this will be an over game, perhaps 20th are the Angels against righties, and then lefties. The Mets are 122 11th. So nothing for me here, Cab. What do you have on this one?
Again, I know I'm saying some stuff that goes against. I didn't like the card today. When I don't like the card like this, I feel like I'm looking for something different. I don't know how to explain it, but I took the Angels team total over 3.5. I don't necessarily have faith that the Angels are going to win. I think 3.5 is not. It's not a high total in a game that I think there's going to be runs. You just said it yourself. Do you think this game goes over? I've seen a lot of other people that I've talked with that I respect who are good cappers say they think the game's going to go over. I was kind of leaning over also with the 75 pitch count. Man, this is going to be real interesting to see what kind of situation the Angels have in their fucking dugout, because if they don't come out there and work the count today, man, I swear to God. Like, if they come out there just like hacking away, like, man, this team is so fucked. But if they come out there with an approach and and know that he's on a 75 pitch count and work the count, it's 4 runs, man. And I don't necessarily think the Angels are going to win or that they've turned anything around or that they've righted the ship. I just think they can get 4 runs today.
You know, Cab, I think it's hilarious that one of the subplots on our shows is that just how high you look. You just look always so high, apparently, according to the chat. The gas station report saying, Cab, I'm rolling up. I got to catch up because you look hit.
Right. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Danny Lopez says, hold up, I'm about to spark too. So I think that is hilarious. Michael Overlina heading to Anaheim now. Are you heading for tomorrow's game? Because I've heard traffic's really bad. So I think don't you have to leave really early to get there? I don't know. That's just me making California jokes since I've never been there. Oh, look, there's one of my notes from earlier. Let's get out of here. Notes, get out of here. We're done with you.
So, Trout might play tonight, right? Like, I know that sounds like something I should know if I'm on a team total over, but I didn't want it to go up after he was announced in.
Let us see here. I'll refresh because that game actually does not have the lineups announced yet. No lineups announced yet for either squad on RotoWire. Let us know. I kind of didn't expect Trout to be in there, but yeah, let us know. What's your play? Sorry.
I think he might play.
You think he might, huh?
Yeah, I think he might play tonight.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. I think I read something saying that he's expected to, but we'll see.
Okay. Interesting. And so you're on Angels team total?
Yeah.
All right, beautiful.
It'd be nice if, that vaginal strain has healed, but we'll see.
Hey, as someone that had a vaginal strain once, running out a ball at first base, it hurts. It does not feel good.
You strained your vagina once?
Yeah, running to first base. I stayed in the game, though.
Good for you.
I was catching, so I was just immobile. If there was any blocks, I'd just sit there, just let the ball hit me. He's like, I'm not moving for that.
Yeah.
Great. So shout out to me and my many strains and sprains. Next game, and by the way, I stayed very healthy because I never played. So that was shout out to me. All my limbs intact. No ACLs gone. My biggest fear, actually, in my olderness is tearing my ACL. There's a fun fact for you. And here's another fun fact. We've got Rockies Padres. Chad Kuhl versus Joe Musgrove here. And Joe Musgrove he wants that NL Cy Young. I thought he was a little overrated last year, and now he's kind of coming back, and it seemed like he got his shit together. I don't know what to say. I don't want to say it bluntly, but he just maybe prepared a little more, did whatever, and he's come out hot. At Milwaukee, 8 innings, 1 hit, no earned runs, 6 Ks, 3 walks. He had a no-hitter for a really long time in that game, and then Colton Wong broke it up late. Versus the Pirates before that, his former squad, 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 7 Ks, 2 walks. Padres are not hitting still, 28th, 83 weighted runs created plus. Ragu in the chat. Ragu, shout out to you for joining. Someone asked, I forgot who it was. It was I Get Money, actually. Ragu they want to know about your opinion on the Yankees for today, Ragu. If you can let us know. Thanks for joining as always. Chad Kuhl on the other side has pitched just playing better than expected. We all thought, Chad Kuhl, a guy on the Pirates who stunk, now going to Colorado in the altitude, this guy's going to get rocked every time. No, so he's gone 4-2, 6 innings last time at home versus the Braves. 5 hits, no earned runs, 3 Ks, 2 walks, and at the Nationals, 6 1/3, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, a home run, 7 Ks, and 1 walk there. He's been great. What can we say? And great relative to what we expected to, obviously. But I'm off this game. I could see a first 5 under here for sure. I could see an under, whatever you want to call it, but nothing here for me.
I mean, yeah, this is another game that caps 10 under. I would lay a first 5 run line with Musgrove if it was reasonable, but it's not. So, I mean, for me, they just priced me out of this game at the minus 240. I can't do anything with it. I'm not taking an alternate run line with the Padres have hit the past couple games, but I don't fucking know if they're going to keep that up, man. This team, I mean, with that price, you're asking for too many runs from a Padres team that I like a lot. I do. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I like the Padres, but I just don't see how you can how I can bet them at that price. So I'm off.
I don't blame you. Let's move on. The West Coast is the best coast, and we're on it with these Red Sox Mariners game here. Money going to the Red Sox, obviously. It's been slowly just steaming its way towards the Red Sox, and maybe it's because the Red Sox are a public team, but money going their way. It worked out that way yesterday. They took the loss against Ohtani, so I think that's a little bit of an interesting note there. The Red Sox first against lefties, 168 weighted runs created plus. The total moved up to Marco Gonzalez, not a guy I really like backing at all. You guys know that. He can put it together at home. So I could see the Mariners coming out here and pitching well, maybe a full game under as well. And I looked to see if Tanner Houck would be piggybacking Rich Hill today. He hasn't pitched since the 7th, I believe. But I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure if they're doing that anymore. They haven't done it in the last couple of times now. And it seems like Tanner Houck is turning, or they want Tanner Houck to be or Garrett Whitlock when they should have just made Garrett Whitlock and keep him in the bullpen. But those are issues for another day. Over here, and definitely the Red Sox, but I'm not going to play it here, actually. I am keeping it tighter, I guess. Want to keep it disciplined tight.
I was curious if you're going to go with the Red Sox today, man. This was the Twins were kind of a lean. The Red Sox were kind of a lean. I'm off this game myself, dude. I don't know. I'm not getting behind Rich Hill. That's the whole thing. That's basically what it boils down to.
I mean, I wouldn't put it that far. Rich Hill's been a good pitcher this year. How dare you? He's had three starts where it was basically immediate when you would know that Rich Hill didn't have it. So I'll give you
that's
that.
my thing, man. I can't deal with that. Okay, like I can't deal with that shit. Where like I'm sure he might be fine tonight. I lean Red Sox here. I'm just not playing him. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I'm just busting your balls too. I'll defend anyone on the Red Sox, even though he sucks.
Okay, I was about to say, Jose, I don't know if you want to go die on this hill, bro. Go ahead, but I'm not going. That argument, I was just like, I'm not even fucking entertaining it. Like, fuck that guy, bro. No.
Well, I'm a biased piece of shit. You can't argue with me. Come on. Moving on to the last game on the card, the second best rivalry in baseball, Giants-Dodgers here. Walker Buehler not pitching well. Jimmy the Bag obviously has a lot of faith in him coming back and pitching well. And I mean, I trust Jimmy. Obviously, he's a great capper, and if he thinks that Walker Buehler is going to bounce back here and pitch well, I wouldn't be surprised at all if he did. 6-2 on the year, his last 2 starts, and I will say this: rattled by my Buccos. The Pirates before his last start, 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 home runs, 7 Ks, and a walk. His previous start versus the Mets, I believe they actually said this was his career shortest outing, 2 1/3. 5 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 Ks, 2 walks, 2 home runs there. I mean, sheesh. I will say this: maybe it is going on the road against a divisional opponent, divisional rivalry that get him going, but just plain out and simple, he's better on the road this year. On the road, a 1.67 ERA, and his last 2 starts obviously blowing up a little bit, and that'll inflate the ERA, but a 5.56, ERA at home. So he's going to figure it out, obviously. I would go towards the Giants side. It's not very often you'll see Walker Buehler at minus 150, I'll be honest. So I just go Giants here, but I ultimately decided to pass on this game as well.
Yeah, no, I did make a play on this game, man. Same play I had yesterday. I don't mean to go back to the same well, but I think it hits again. I took the Dodgers team total over 4.5. I think Jacob, I think we're going to see, I could be wrong. I mean, he's got 2.51 ERA with hitters are hitting 199 off of him and a 0.93 whip. That's fucking immaculate. I mean, that's flat out incredible. But my problem with that is same thing I was saying with somebody else earlier. I don't know who we were talking about. Over his career, and we've got a decent like sample size.
Blackbird.
We're hitting 268 off of him. You don't
Yeah.
go from 199 to 268. Not in this dramatic of a fashion. And with this being a rivalry game, and Dodgers have been fine. They've been like not winning people money per se lately as much, but they're still they're fine. They're in a quote unquote slump for them. It's still the Dodgers, bro. And I think I'm getting value just like I did yesterday. I got plus money on the 4.5 runs with the Dodgers, and I was like, well, I never see plus money with 4.5 on the Dodgers. Today I had to lay minus 110 for the 4.5. Man, I think they can have 2 crooked numbers. They're gonna have 2 innings with crooked numbers this game. Is like I still think that.
Yeah, Eunice has not been everyone's favorite pitcher, and I've been saying, this is kind of my stick in the wind moment, I guess. I think. Okay, all right, let's pause and start this over. The Giants have shown, as of last year, a profinity at going and grabbing maybe a pitcher that looks washed up, middle of the career, whatever you want to call it,
and making him look good.
And making him look good and turning him into something. Disclafani is a great example of that. I mean, I didn't think Disco was very good at all, and he went to the Giants and turned into a pretty serviceable pitcher. And Eunice, 3-1.
He's doing great, man. I know it's like I just don't fucking buy it. Like, right? We'll see tonight, man. Maybe he'll make me look like a clown, but I don't buy it, man. From what I know from his past, I just don't fucking buy it. And
I'll say this, Cap. I use the Dodgers as a measuring stick for a lot of pitchers. I use it for Merle Kelly a lot, and this is going to be a measuring stick game for Junis. If he has a good start here, I think a lot of people will take him seriously from now on. And by the way, Big Ragu in the chat saying,
well, he's not going to. I took the Dodgers team total over 5 or over 4.5. They're getting it. They're getting those 5 runs. Fuck this.
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy's on first 5 full game, I believe. You're on team total. I mean, it's all Dodgers. It's a Dodgers party. Shout out to Big Ragu joining us as always. And
Doc.
Dutch joining us. A rare time, Dutch watching the show. Shout out to you, Dutch. And I'm glad that Dutch is on the right side of history. Dutch is on the right side of history. And if you watch the NBA show and you're an NBA fan, you know me. You know what that means. So congratulations, Dutch, for being on the right side of history there. An excellent little show for us, Cap.
We made it.
A little show, yeah. You can fuck off and go smoke if you want. I'm just joking.
Oh, bye.
There you go. So
I don't
Cap.
know.
Oh, there you go. There's Cab. So there you go, Cab. I think today's is a good card. I like the card. It's like it more than most, but it's very scary with all these unders. Let's recap our plays. First, let's give a shout out to our guys at Dr. Squatch, of course. Go today to drsquatch.com. Use the link in our description, which I have to double check and make sure.
Bro, can they send me some soap? I won't take a video in the shower, but I mean, I'll let everyone see it. Tell them to send me some soap.
I think, Cab, I actually think that you should take the video in the shower with the soap. I think that's the marketing they need.
You would want me to do that, Jose.
The ladies would go nuts, Cab. Let me tell you. The ladies go nuts. I'm thinking about the marketing dollars here, Cab.
Oh, okay.
Marketing dollars here. But shout out to our guys at Dr. Squatch. Go to the website today. They're not a promo code, but go to the website, go sign up for a subscription today. Get the Galaxy bundle, like I said. I'm a big Mars bar guy. It's, I think, my favorite one by far. It smells great. It's Helga approved. Like I said, if it's Helga approved, you know that it's the real deal stuff. I'll put the link in the chat right now. AOD saying it best. Wash your holes, you nasty motherfuckers. Wash your holes.
There you go.
Wash your holes. Like I said, I put the link in the chat just now. Go use them today. The Black Hole, all that good stuff. Great products, natural soaps, smell great. And right after this, Cap, I'm going to go home, take a shower, and use my Dr. Squatch because it's my dad's birthday. So I'm going to be very excited about that. All right, Cab, let's talk turkey.
Okay.
Let's talk official bets here. I'd like for you to go first. Please.
I got you. So I only got 3, and it's a little juicy, which I don't like, but whatever. I got Arizona in the first 5, half a run, minus 128. Going with Gallen, my guy. I think they can get me a couple, and I think with him that's enough. I got the Angels team total over 3.5. That's also minus 128. Hope Trout's in the lineup. I got the Dodgers team total over 4.5 at minus 110.
Okay, beautiful 3-play cab, triple play cab, and call me triple play Jose because I also have 3 plays today.
Wow, that's got to
Yeah,
be a record for the least you've ever had. Ever.
tighten it up. Tighten it up. When the record is as down as it is, we're not feeling as hot anymore. We tighten it up and we're going for winners here, Cap. We're looking for the winners.
There you go.
Officially, I am on Pittsburgh, Atlanta, first 5 under 4.5 there, minus 125. Miami, Houston, the Venezuelan combination there, first 5 under 4 at minus 120. And the Minnesota Twins, those motherfucking Twinkies. We're on them first 5 money line minus 120. Shout out to everyone watching. Michael Orvalino, a Warriors fan, and with a great idea. Jose, you should get Kleenex as a sponsor for all your tears after the Warriors win the title. Michael Orvalina, if the Warriors do win the title, I will indeed reach out to Kleenex for a sponsorship because I will cry out there. Nasty Nate, just summarizing it best, and I'm not even gonna put anything else on there. I'm just gonna let Nasty Nate's comment roll there. DX Filer, thanks for watching. Dutch, Wallaby King, AOD, Big Ragu, Daryl Turner in the joint here. He said, anyone leaning Blue Jays, Yankees, Phillies, Dodgers? I think all those teams were leans, I guess, or plays that people liked in the chat. Jake Burns in here. Nathan Serna, Real Deal Prime, I Get Money. All you guys, Wallaby King, like I mentioned earlier. Thank you guys for joining us. You guys are phenomenal, of course. 2-ply. Yes, we only use 2-ply here. We only use 2-ply here. 1-ply, just not enough. Your finger could slip in, and you don't want that. 195 or 196 and 195, up 5.28 units on the year, Cap. It's going to be exciting. Where can the people find you next?
Oh man, the morning sesh with Dutch. You see him out there in the chat, man. I know some of you guys have seen it, but if you haven't seen it, it's a morning show. We're gonna have a little smoke together. Then we're gonna have some laughs.
Oh yeah, you smoke?
Yeah, bro. Just a little, un poquito.
Oh, there you go. All right, there you go.
Just a little bit. Yeah. But then we have some laughs, and then we break bread. Like Dutch says, hit the bookies over the fucking head. That's what we do, man. I smile a lot, but I'm not playing with the bookies, man.
Do you actually break bread on the show? Is there a piece of bread that you just snap, and is that like the official beginning?
Bread is a term like dead presidents. It's referring to money.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was hoping that you guys could have like a baguette, and every time the show starts, she goes, crack.
Well,
welcome to the morning sesh.
Maybe now we can.
There's some thoughts. By the way, some college baseball talk in the chat right now. I don't know much about college baseball. I know that Tennessee has a guy that allegedly throws like 305 miles an hour. So shout out to him. But Oklahoma State lost in fucking just the most brutal ways in softball and baseball. So my college athletics season is done until college football season. And Oklahoma State football and UTSA football too.
Hold on. I always forget his damn name. My buddy's cousin is pitching for Misha. Is that his name? Misha? Mika? My buddy's cousin is pitching for the Aggies today, or pitched. I don't know if they played. I just know
they're still up to come. I have a friend who has a brother on A&M. His name's Jordan Thompson. He's a center fielder, actually. You know what's funny? We'll end the show on this because this is just our rambling bullshit now. That guy, the center fielder, they have him listed at 6 foot, 5'8".
Yeah, dude, they do that shit all the time. I was 6'4". I was not, and I'm not 6'4".
Wow, man, I dream a dream. I would kill a homeless man to be 6 foot. Cab, I'd kill a homeless man to be 6 foot.
I mean, I'm 6'3". I'm just saying on the thing it said 6'4", which.
Well, I mean, Cab, this. I didn't know how tall you are. I guess like 6'2". You got 2 inches. You gave 1 inch. Come on. He's 5'8", 5'9". They gave him 6 foot. Oh, right. Look at that. It's perfect. Now the green screen just ended.
Wow, you have such a good green screen compared to everyone else's.
I know, right? This is the studio.
Damn.
The studio. Yeah. So the green screen's ended. This Google Chrome has just decided no mas. We tap out. I've got to go pick up my father for a birthday dinner that I realize I have to get there in 30 minutes. And Glen Otto, by the way, COVID IL. So that is why he was out at the start. So bad news for Glenn Otto, but good news for those people not, I guess, did not backing him or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. It's good news for. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Let's get out of here, Cab.
All right.
Say hey, everyone. Don't forget to say hey on social media. It's going to be a lovely day, and we'll be back here tomorrow, Saturday morning. Me and my guy Matthew back again, 10:30. And then don't forget the Belmont, of course, that morning too. Some horses, some baseball on the show. I just saw Nasty Nate saying, Cab, hit me up. I might
Bro,
call.
you got my number. DM me. Why are you always saying that and then you don't say nothing to me? You could message me too, Nate. The fuck? Send me a message, bro. What? Tell me what you got to say. Just message me. I'll answer. I'm not going to ignore you. You're my boy.
God. That's hilarious. That's great. Say hey, everyone, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.